Hello students, welcome to the channel Edifying Kids. Today we are going to learn English of class 7th, Unit 2, 2.7, Great Scientist. This lesson is taken from the introduction to the Reignited by APJ Abdul Kalam and Srijan Pal Singh. Students, if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it now and do share with your friends so that you will get regular notifications. In this lesson, we are going to learn about great scientists, that how they achieve success with their hard work and perseverance, and did not let difficulties stop them from making important discoveries. Now let's see the lesson. 2.7 Great Scientist. Great scientists are persevering and never deterred by difficulties. Deter means what? Discouraged by. Okay, so students, from this line we come to know that we should never give up and we should do our work continuously. Now here we'll start the lesson. Michael Faraday is regarded as one of the most distinguished scientists and inventors of modern times. And his work on electricity is still a subject of study in the form of Faraday's laws. But few know his inspirational life story, which is all about courage and fighting against the odds. Now students, here the name of the scientist is Michael Faraday. Michael Faraday is one of the most successful scientists. Distinguished scientist means very famous scientist. Okay, and he invented many things in the modern time. Most of the people don't know about his inspirational story. What is his inspirational story? That we are going to study now. Michael Faraday was born in the poverty-stricken family in a dirty London suburb. He suffered from a speech defect as a child. He would pronounce rabbit as wabbit. He could not even say his own name and could call himself Faraday. Other children laughed at him and teachers did not help him either. When he was 12, his mother was forced to take him out of school, thus putting an end to his formal education. So children, this Michael Faraday, he was born in very poverty-stricken family, means he was very poor. Okay, and he lived in a very dirty London area. Okay, and he was suffering from childhood only. He was suffering from the speech defect, means he could not speak letter R. Okay, instead of R, he pronounced this R W. Okay, so children made his fun due to his speech defect. And when he was age of 12, means like your age, okay, his mother removed his name from the school. In this way he stopped his education. Okay, so due to his speech defects he can't learn after 12 years old. And here we can see that he suffered from the speech defect as a child, and other children laughed at him and the teachers did not help him either. When he was 12, his mother took him out of school, thus his formal education ended. Now next paragraph we'll see. At 13, however, he started working with a bookbinder, binding hundreds of books during the day and staying up all night to read them. Reading thus became his passion, means reading what he did when he was 13 years old. At that time he started working. Okay, he stopped his education, that's why he started working where in the bookbinder shop, binding the books. Okay, so every day he bind hundreds of books, and at night he read those books. Okay, so children, here reading thus became his obsession, means interest. Okay, means obsession means an idea, thought became which one thing continuously. Okay, he liked reading the books. He started reading it and was completely hooked. Hooked means what? Enjoyed something so much that you were unable to stop doing. Okay, you enjoyed a lot. That was his first introduction to the subject of electricity, which soon became a lifelong fascination. Means when he was reading the books at that time, one day one book he read, the book on electricity, okay, which had been sent to his master for binding, and he started reading that book and read it completely. Thus it was his first introduction to the subject to the electricity, and which soon became the lifelong fascination. Means he became interested in that subject and he wished to learn more and more about that subject. Faraday was still poor at 21. Once a friend gave him a free ticket to a public lecture and demonstration by the renowned chemist Humphrey Davy at London Royal Institution. Davy's work on chemicals and the electrical lightning was the subject of conversation among the scientists of that age. Now here, one day what happened? Faraday was, when he was 21 years old, at that time also he was very poor. But one day what happened? Davy's work was on chemicals and electrical lightning. Okay, and the Faraday's friends probably knew about his fascination, okay, his interest for the subject of electricity. Hence, he felt that Faraday would be interested, and his friend gave him a free ticket to Davy's program. 70 years later, across the Atlantic Ocean in the USA, the same work enabled Thomas Edison to produce the first consistent light bulb. That day in 1812, Faraday was spellbound by Davy's lecture. He kept taking notes about the mysterious force of electric fluid, and in the year 1812, Faraday was spellbound, means he had no words to speak. He was spellbound by listening. After listening the Davy's lecture, he kept taking notes. He started taking the notes of Davy's lecture, and on the electric fluid. He was so engrossed. Here one word has come. Engrossed in means what? Completely involved in or interested in something. Okay. When he was listening the lecture, he was so engrossed in the lecture that he forgot to upload with the rest of the crowd. When he went back, his notes were so comprehensive that he bound them into a book, meaning to give to a Davy someday. And he wrote those notes completely, including all the points. Okay, comprehensive means complete, vast, including all the points. And he wanted to give gift to Davy. Faraday decided that day that he did not just want to sell books. He wanted to be a great scientist, good enough to write his own books. Davy became his role model. But there was a problem. He did not have the social status, money, or the education to pursue science. Faraday thought it would be a wonderful if Davy became his mentor. But Davy did not agree initially. Faraday was not dejected, he just kept trying. And when Faraday listened Davy's lecture, then he don't want just sell the books, he wanted to be a scientist. But there was one problem in his becoming a scientist. The problem was he did not had the social status, money or the education to pursue the science. And then Faraday thought that he would be wonderful if Davy became his mentor. Okay, mentor means advisor. But Davy did not agree this. Faraday was rejected, but he just kept trying. Here Faraday became unhappy, but then also he kept trying. Destiny had a strange plan in store for him. A few years later, a chemical explosion happened inside Davy's lab and he was temporarily blinded. He now needed an assistant with excellent memory to help him. He was reminded of Faraday and decided to hire him as his secretary. Davy never believed Faraday could do anything in the field of science going by his social status and education. He therefore dismissed Faraday's aspirations and advised him to stick to bookbinding. But Faraday was relentless. He worked day and night and learned as much as he could about Davy's experiments. Soon Faraday became indispensable to Davy and was promoted to his lab assistant. This was his first step towards the scientific career. Though much of his job now was cleaning labs, at least he got to see some of Davy's leading experiments. And after some days, what happened when Faraday was not ready to become the mentor of Davy was not ready to become the mentor of Faraday. After that, what happened? A few years later, due to the chemical explosion in the lab of Davy, he was temporarily blinded now, and he needed an assistant. And thought came in his mind about the Faraday. And then he called Faraday and he decided to hire him as his secretary. But Davy thought that he will not do anything. Faraday could not do anything in the field of science. So he dismissed the Faraday and he kept him as a bookbinder only. But then also Faraday was not became non-stop. Relentless means non-stop he was doing his work. Okay, but one day what happened? Faraday kept him as a lab assistant only for cleaning the lab, cleaning the apparatus. But then also Faraday was very much happy that at least he got that job and at least he got to see some of Davy's leading experiments. Even then, Davy did not have much hope for Faraday. Then Faraday got another chance to prove himself. One day Davy tried to recreate a famous electromagnetism experiment with a fellow chemist, William Wollaston, exploring why when an electric current is applied to a wire, it causes that wire to behave like a magnet. Obviously, the forces were connected, but nobody had figured out how to make it happen continuously. Davy believed that if he could find out why it happened and control it, there could be many practical applications of the force. But he was unable to figure it out and was frustrated. He then teased Faraday, asking him to try his hand at it after he was done cleaning the lab. And in this way Davy was doing one experiment, but he was unable to complete that experiment. Then he knew that Davy knew that Faraday will not do anything, but then also he then teased the Faraday, that asking him that you also do this experiment, okay? You find out the solution of this experiment after doing your work. Then within a few days Faraday solved the problem. In fact, he went further and the result was the first induction motor which converted electrical current into continuous mechanical motion. And in this way, when Faraday was doing that work, he was successfully did that job and he solved the problem. And in this way when he went further, the result was the first induction motor which converted the electrical current into the continuous mechanical motion. The induction motor spurred a revolution. Fans, air conditioner, swing machines, photographs, then power tools, cars, and even trains and aeroplanes engines grew out of this simple device, which was born out of the mockery directed at Faraday. These gadgets can be run due to his experiment, Faraday's experiment. Faraday became a celebrity scientist overnight. Nobody now cared about his social status or education. This young man had just created a revolution. One would think as a teacher, Davy was happy at his pupils' achievements, but in reality, he was jealous. And when Faraday solved problem, everybody was become very happy. He became a celebrity in overnight, and people were thinking that now his mentor, his advisor, means Davy, he was happy, but in reality he was not happy, he was jealous. People started telling Davy that all his discoveries, the best was Faraday himself. This made him even more jealous. When people were saying that about all the experiment, this Faraday's experiment was very best experiment, but Davy became more jealous. And angry Davy gave Faraday an impossible task to keep him out of his way. He handed him a piece of Bavarian glass which was used in the lenses in telescope and microscopes, and asked him to reverse engineer it. And when he was very much jealous, he was very much unhappy on Faraday, then Davy has given him one task which he can't do that task. Like this task he has given to Faraday. He has given to him a Bavarian glass which is used in the telescope, microscope, and he asked him to reverse it, okay? And this glass was manufactured by the secret complicated process, okay? And Davy knew that with the equipments available in the lab, Faraday would never be able to accomplish the task. And Davy knew that all the material, whatever material is needed for doing this experiment, that material is not available in the lab. That's why Faraday can't do that experiment. This Davy knew. Then also he has given him. The piece of glass became the significant thing in his life because Faraday was unable to do that experiment. Faraday was a never give up attitude, and he respected Davy. So he accepted the assignment despite knowing that it will be very difficult. And Faraday also knew that it is very difficult to do, but he respected Davy, and that's why he accepted that assignment. He toiled for 4 years with no help from Davy, and he did work on that experiment 4 years, okay? And as expected, and he was failed in that experiment. Faraday never learned the secret, and this remained his first failure as a scientist. To remind himself of these difficult times, he kept a single glass brick on his shelf as a souvenir, and he failed. This was his first failure, and that's why he kept that Bavarian glass one brick on himself as a reminder, as a souvenir. This would inspire him during his difficult time. Okay, now in the year 1829, Davy died and the Faraday succeeded him as a head of the laboratory. He was free to pursue whatever he liked now. Now in the year 1829, Davy died and now Faraday was free to do whatever he wanted to do in the lab. And he made another revolutionary discovery. He noticed that if he moved a magnet, it could produce electrical current. Thus he could now convert motion into electricity. This is how electrical generator was born. And next experiment, next revolutionary discovery he made, it was the electrical generator. So children, we are using, when the lights current is not there, at that time we are using this electrical generator as a backup. Okay. Something still used today to generate all kinds of power, like here we can see all kinds of power also we can use, like dynamos and other devices. Okay, here see children, dynamos means a machine for converting the mechanical energy into the electrical energy. Okay, now Faraday was now a legend. Legend means a very famous person. Now he became very famous person. In 1840, he developed memory loss, which continue for the rest of his life. And after that, in 1840, he developed a memory loss. Okay, which continue for the rest of his life, but the disease did not stop him. Then also this disease, memory loss disease, did not stop him to do the work. He pursued starting a complicated experiment to prove that light was closely related to electricity and magnetism. A novel thought in those time. Remember that piece of Bavarian glass Faraday had kept on his shelf. He was determined to convert the remainder of his first major failure to an instrument of a great success. He used the same glass now to show that in the presence of magnet, the light could be isolated into a single wave rather than spreading out randomly in all directions, a concept called polarization. So that glass, when he used that glass, Bavarian glass, and again he find out another experiment, okay, that the magnet light could be isolated into a single wave rather than spreading out randomly in the direction. Okay, and this concept is called polarization. Now next paragraph, see children. He then took the age-old experiment of the sprinkling iron fillings on the sheet of paper near a magnet, making circular pattern. He went on to prove that these patterns were not a property of the iron fillings. In fact, they were due to the invisible magnetic field that filled the empty space around the magnet and hence disturb the fillings. These experiments you have seen in the lab, that when you kept the iron fillings and you move the magnet on it, those iron fillings also disturb. Okay, so in this way we can say that between the magnet and iron fillings, that gap, magnetic field is there. Okay, this disturb these fillings, iron fillings, due to magnet. This is where his lack of formal education went against him. Faraday did not know much about the advanced mathematics. Now how to find out? He knew that, but he don't know how to find out the formula. So he just copied the iron filling pattern with his hands. He was unable to explain them in the form of mathematical equation. He can draw the pictures, he can draw the diagram, but it is very difficult to him to explain it in the form of mathematical equations because lack of education. He made hundreds of such drawings, but without education they were not accepted. So without the education he can't he can't form the mathematical equation. Fortune favored the brave Faraday once again when he met James Maxwell, a wealthy, educated physicist well versed in mathematics. He was willing to work with Faraday. It was Maxwell who translated Faraday's idea into a set of equations that are now called Maxwell's equations. And whatever he find out Faraday, that Maxwell was ready to work with Faraday, and he was very much educated. He was very good in mathematics, so he was willing to work with Faraday, and Maxwell translated whatever ideas Faraday's ideas was that ideas were translated properly into the set of equations, and those equations now called Maxwell's equation. Their combined work has helped us in many ways. Electronics and communication system today we are designing around their discoveries. Someday we might even be able to communicate with aliens across different galaxies using the products of these discoveries. And due to this discovery, children, we can now use electronic and the communication. This is going on due to his discovery, Maxwell and the Faraday's discovery. Faraday's life started with difficulty, but as a great scientist he met each difficulty with the perseverance and the convictions. He was given impossible tasks which he undertook as a challenges and opportunities. He epitomized what the Walt Disney character Pinocchio said: "When you wish upon a star, it does not matter who you are." Means, children, these lines saying that if you want to do any work, then it does not matter who you are. You are a poor or you are a rich, you male or female. Okay, it does not matter at all. If you want to go anywhere, you will definitely go there. Okay, but for that purpose, what you have to do? You have to do hard work, and you have to do your work continuously. From the introduction to the reignited by APJ Abdul Kalam and Sri Janpal Singh.